All right, so you've decided to get into fitness, or maybe get back into it. That's awesome. But, maybe you've tried before and you just felt stuck. You weren't seeing results, you got bored, you got frustrated. Believe me, you are not alone. Today, we're going to cut through all that noise and talk about how to start this journey the smart way, building a routine that actually sticks. It's a weird question, right? How could your workout be working against you? You're putting in the time, you're sweating, but what if I told you some common mistakes could actually be holding you back, or worse, setting you up for an injury? Let's dive in and figure out how to make every single drop of sweat count. So before we even get into a single push-up or squat, we have to talk about the other 23 hours of your day. Because honestly, the biggest threat to your fitness might be something you're using right now without even thinking about it. I know, it sounds a little dramatic. A dangerous chair? But the science on this is crystal clear. Our modern lives, where we sit and sit and sit some more, have created a massive health problem. That thing that's designed for your comfort could be quietly sabotaging your goals. So let's be clear about what we're actually up against. The official term for this is sedentary behavior. It sounds fancy, but all it really means is anytime you're awake but not moving much. Sitting, lying down, you know the drill. Think about it. Working on the computer, binge watching a show, your commute to work. For most of us, this is a huge, huge chunk of our day. And how big of a chunk are we talking? Well, on average, adults spend 8.3 hours a day being sedentary. Every single day. That's basically a full-time job's worth of inactivity. And when you really stop and think about that, it's kind of staggering. And it has some pretty serious consequences. And yeah, these consequences are no joke. Just take a second to scan this list. We're not just talking about feeling a little stiff or out of shape. The research links being sedentary to a higher risk for, well, everything. Heart disease, diabetes, even certain types of cancer. Now, this isn't to scare you. It's to show you that the very first step in any fitness journey is simply being aware of the danger of sitting still. Okay, so we're fired up, we're ready to move more, we get started with a routine. But this is where so many people get tripped up and quit. Let's pull back the curtain on the most common workout traps that can stop your progress dead in its tracks. First up is trap number 1, the rut. You find a workout you like, and you do it over and over and over again. Here's the thing. Your body is incredibly smart. It adapts. That workout that felt so tough a month ago, your body's figured it out, and now you've hit a wall, a plateau. You have to keep it guessing. Mix things up to keep making progress. The next trap is being a one-trick pony. You're either a total cardio junkie who only runs, or you're a gym bro who only lifts weights. Either way, you're selling yourself short. Real fitness, the kind that makes you feel amazing, is all about balance. You need cardio for your heart, you need strength training for your muscles and bones, and you absolutely need flexibility work to keep everything moving smoothly. Okay, now this one is sneaky, but it might be the most important trap to avoid. It's the idea that you can crush a 45-minute workout and then you've earned the right to be a couch potato for the rest of the day. But that can actually slow you down. The secret weapon here is something called NEAT. That's all the little movements you do all day long that aren't exercise. Taking the stairs, pacing while you're on the phone, stuff like that. That NEAT is what keeps your metabolism firing on all cylinders. All right, we've seen the problem with sitting. We know the traps to avoid. So now what? Now we build the solution. This is the blueprint for making sure every bit of effort you put in is safe, effective, and actually gets you where you want to go. It really boils down to these 4 pillars. Think of them as the unbreakable rules of working out. 1, you always warm up. 2, you obsess over proper form. It's not about how much you lift, it's about how well you lift it. 3, you progress slowly. The goal is to get a little stronger each week, not to burn out. And 4, you cool down and, this is huge, you take rest days. These aren't suggestions. They are the foundation of a plan that works. So, theory is great, but let's make this super practical. Here is a simple, powerful workout plan you can literally start today. No gym membership, no fancy equipment, 0 excuses. And here it is, a full-body workout you just need to do twice a week to start. It hits all your major muscles using nothing but your own body weight. We've got squats for legs, push-ups for your upper body, and this really clever row using a door frame to work your back. Then we'll finish up with some core work. It's simple, it's balanced, and trust me, it's effective. And let's not forget pillar 2, form is
king. So for an exercise like the bodyweight squat, the best tip I can give you is to imagine you're sitting back into a chair that's just a little too far behind you. That one little thought protects your knees and makes sure the right muscles are doing all the work.
And for the door frame row, which is an amazing exercise, by the way, it's all about posture. As you pull yourself forward, you want to actively think about squeezing your shoulder blades together. This is the perfect antidote to that desk slump so many of us have. It's not just an exercise, it's fixing your posture.
Okay, we're wrapping up, and I really want to leave you with one final thought. The goal here isn't just about working harder, it's about working smarter. And you know what? One of the smartest things you can do for your fitness actually happens when you're not exercising at all.
We have this idea that we build muscle in the gym, but that's not quite right. In the gym, we're breaking muscle down. The real magic, the part where you actually get stronger, that happens when you rest. Rest days are when your body does its repair work. They are not lazy. They are productive. So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. What if you completely changed the way you think about your fitness journey? What if you started to see rest, not as time off from your progress, but as a critical part of your progress? Because at the end of the day, working smarter will always beat just working harder.